You are the real Jew, what the Bible speaks of.
And that's my dollar. I'm gonna leave that motherfucker today.
Okay.
Hey. Came into this shit a Jew. Yes, I'm leaving like a Jew. Man, that shit had never changed. Ever heard of death row? Yes, I took that fucking oath. Said my name 3 times. Yeah, this shit forever. Do this shit until I fucking die. Man, this shit for real. Ain't no game, this ain't no drill. Do you want death or do you want to live? Think your mind, let me know how you feel. So for real. Hey man, a man can't even profess himself to be a Jew or really know who he is. You could be a tranny, a homosexual, a lesbian, a goddamn nigga, but you can't call yourself a Jew. As you can see, these people do not love blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Shalom. Yes, I'm really a fucking Jew, and they hate me for it too. Fuck this goddamn world, man, I hope this bitch burn too. Think I'm really just talk, man, I mean what I say. And shout out my nigga Deontay, to this fucking day. They kill us every fucking day. They don't care about what we say. Yes, I'm a Jew, I'll never take back what the fuck I say. First thing I said, they say I'm crazy in the head. Don't follow Christ, you can end up dead. Think I'm lying, you gonna get hit in the head. Bodies everywhere, everybody dead. Oh my God. As you can see, Kanye and Kyrie done said something about the Jews, or even just posted something. And you see they get canceled for it. That's to let you know that we really are God's chosen people. Came into this shit a Jew. Yes, I'm leaving like a Jew. Man, that shit'll never change. Ever heard of death row? Yes, I took that fucking oath. Said my name 3 times. Yeah, this shit forever. Do this shit until I fucking die. Man, this shit for real. Ain't no game, this ain't no drill. Do you want death or do you want to live? Think your mind, let me know how you feel. Let me let you know something. Solomon was a black man. Okay? He was a Jew. Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5, and go all the way down to 10, man. It lets you know right there. You can start in Deuteronomy as well. You can go to Hebrews 7 and 14. Christ was a Jew as well. So Kyrie being anti-Semitic, no, y'all really being anti-Semitic. And against Christ as well. And y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about. They could die. Come get on their ass. They're gone. So
we are biblical scholars up here. And when you read Jeremiah 14 and 2, when you go into the Hebrew, it says, Quadar la Aratazah, be black skin unto the earth. Right.
Came into this shit a Jew. Yes, I'm leaving like a Jew. Man, that shit had never changed. Ever heard of death row? Yes, I took that fucking oath. Said my name 3 times. Yeah, this shit forever. Do this shit until I fucking die. Man, this shit for real. Ain't no game, this ain't no drill. Do you want death or do you want to live? Think your mind, let me know how you feel. So for real, nigga. Hey man, the Jews are black, man. And what Kyrie and Kanye said, we've been saying since 1969. But one thing about it, we ain't gonna abandon our brothers. They're just brothers that's just trying to find their way. But Isupk is here to help save the day. And best believe we're gonna stand behind our brothers 10 times and 10 toes. What you talk about, man? The blacks is the real Jews, and y'all niggas mad because we finding our identity back that y'all stole from us. It's cool though. It's cool. We almost there. Seal 6, nigga. Yeah, you gonna see them UFOs in the sky real soon. It's alright. It's all coming. You best believe it is coming, and it's gonna be a new kingdom built. And y'all gonna be serving us, and we gonna rule everything just how the Jewish men rule, but in our kingdom. Isn't it funny how the changing of the guard happens, right? But it's your karma you've been wishing for. And what goes around must come around. You reap what you sow. Hey, Isupk, 1969, the Commanding General Yohana. Shalom. I'm done talking to these goddamn heathens.
All right, Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School University of Practical Knowledge out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General. Today is Isupk's Austin's Lashawan Qadash class, where we break down the biblical Hebrew, our native tongue, which is called Lashawan Qadash, Holy Tongue, right? If you tuned in last week we went over independent pronouns. The reason why I'm putting emphasis on independent is because today we're going to be going down into possessive pronouns, different type of pronouns we're gonna go into today. Right now, what you see behind me is kind of a little bit stuff what we left off our last lesson, right? Usually we always start with the biblical Hebrew, but we're gonna give a quick, breakdown of what we talked about last week to segue into this week right here. All right. So right now we have I, right? And the Y is independent because these are not connected to anything. So we have Anya, I, Anya, right? Now when you have I, you also have you, which is Atha. You see Atha a lot, or you hear it a lot because we talk to brothers. And we in the salute we say Barakatah. You hear stuff like that, Barakatah, right? Also we say Shema Atah, break down that way. Why? Because we're saying bless you, Barakatah, Barak Atah, bless you, right? We have he, which is Hawa'ah, right? She, Haya'ah. When you look at masculine words, if they're the same thing, like he and she is going to be very similar, especially with the suffix, because I just got different suffixes, same word, different suffixes. We're going to show you later, right? So we have they in masculine form, which is hum. Usually when you see masculine words, like I was bringing out just said, the suffix is going to be ma, but it's going to be connecting to the word, right? I'm going to show you later. The feminine they is han. So realize this is independent, meaning these come before you say a word, right? So han, they, whatever you want to say, they did this, they went over there. So han. Now check this out, right? You have you, the plural, so it's like you all. If you're from Texas, even down south, we say you all. So that's the plural. When you talk about a group of people, masculine is a thumb. Now, when the correct way we say, hey, shalom, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Barakatham, right? That's what we say. But if we were saying regular, we say Yahweh Ba'ashem Yashai Barakatham, Barakatah. Where's that? Right here. We talk to one brother, Barakatah, multiple brothers, Atham. But what do we say when we talk to sisters? We say Athan, right? You, plural feminine, right? Athan. Now, one thing I want to say this. When we say masculine and feminine, Hebrew language is not like English, meaning that when it's not like feminine don't necessarily have to mean pretending to a woman, because later on we're going to see different words got different either masculine or feminine, but it's not applying to a woman, right? It's just like a lesser than, meaning how like if God's talking to us, we will be the feminine and God will be the masculine because he's powerful than us, right? So we have Athan, we say Shema Athan, Yahweh Shema Athan, watch over, right? You all in the name of Yahweh Shai, right? The Lord watch over you all in the name of Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shema Athan by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Now, of course, we was going into this is what we're going to be going in today. This is what we're going to be going in today. It is the Hebrew pronominal suffixes, right? So what you see here is my, right? These suffixes it happens to be at the end of a word because it's a possessive. So that way you can put it at the end of a word, right? Now, so let me see. We're not going to be going over prefixes today. Let me see. All right. So right here we have my. This is one out of many suffixes we're going to be talking about today. We're going to list them down, right? We're going to build a chart and we're going to list them down. So we have my equals Yah is the suffix, right? So what does house is in Hebrew? Bayah. We used this example last week. I left the board up for last week. We have Bayah, right? Bayah means house. So whose house is it? It's my house. So Bayah, yeah. You could use this with anything, any noun, right? Any noun that you want to say, because of course it's a possessive. You possessing that noun. You possessing that thing. So even if I want to use for sisters, say Adawan, right, which is Lord, Adawan, which is Lord, right? It's Lord lowercase, not uppercase, right? So it's Lord. I say lowercase, and meaning that when you read the text in the scriptures, when you see the lowercase, you know it's Adawan and not Yahweh. Uppercase Lord in the translation, the KJV, would be Yahweh, which is the Lord's name. All right. So we have Adawan. How would we write that in Hebrew? We write from right to left. Right. So I have my right? Boom. What next I'm gonna get? I'm gonna get my da, right? Use da's a lot. You see da a lot because of what? The da, the magan da, the stood of David. You wear on our necks. It's just and a da and an inverted da, right? And then what else we have? We have wa, right? Then what else we have? Not just and, but what is this? This is na, but it's connected, right? So that is na. Na is boom, a sprout. That's what it is, and what it means. What the picture is of a sprout. So boom. These things under here to show that these stands alone. So ah stands alone, da stands alone, and what these are connected. So you say it like this, just like the Yiddish man. When you see let me see if I get an example. When the Yiddish man, he has his own way of pronouncing things. That's why when you see Hebrew, you might see something like let me see. You might see a ha. You might see something like this. Some people can see it. Ha. They don't pronounce it the same way we do, but they have their own way of pronouncing things, and that's why they put these on here. These dots. A lot the Yiddish, the so-called Jewish man know how to pronounce that because they got different ways of pronouncing words, their words, which is not how we break it down. You don't have different ways of pronouncing nothing. That would make no entire sense. But this, the way you pronounce, don't get confused, the reason why we pronounce this different is because wa and na is connected, which is still wan. Wan. That's it. If this was a at the end, it'd be wa na. Same exact thing. That's when we get the Hebrew. When we go over here, we say a, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ha, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, ta, za, kwa, ra, sha, and tha. You break those down. We repeat those, because then you will know how to speak Hebrew. Because it's all those, depending on the word, the character it is, you would just pronounce that. Do you know how easy that is? That's like, we don't have words like pterodactyl in damn Hebrew. You know what I mean? Words you cannot pronounce. And it's like, what in the hell are you talking about? If I have where, you gotta know what I'm talking about. If I say where this and where, I want you to wear this, where you at. How many where's it? It's 3 where's, right? Where is he, and where? You say word different, right? Either way, you understand what I'm saying. You can have 3 different words. There's 3 different opposite words, but sound just alike. That's not gonna happen right here. You might have ma. You might have something like ma and ma, but you can see how I put emphasis on the at the end, right? Now let's get into our boy. Let me erase all this. Hopefully, I might just give you a second to write all that down real quick, about 1 minute. Then we're gonna go into the lesson today. All right. Let me erase this now. So we finna write a chart today to break down more and more stuff. All right. So these are suffixes, right? So there are two different types of pronominal suffixes. Let me write that right there. Let me write it up here. Pronominal suffixes. Pronominal suffixes, right? Pronominal suffixes. So what do we mean by that? Now we have two types. You have type 1 and type 2, right? So let me see. I'm gonna write this. Write it like this. Right? Now you're gonna have right here, right? Let me erase this. I'm gonna have to erase the top header title real quick. We have more space. Need 3 rows. So we got type 1, type 2, we got the translation, right? All right. So the first one we're gonna start off with, like we just seen on the board, is Yah, right? Which is, I'm gonna write them both in ancient and Assyrian, right? So now we have Yah. Let me see if I get another marker so you won't distinguish. Mess it up. All right. Now we have this. Is the same thing for type 2. Type 2, we're gonna break this down. Type 2 has to deal with what you talk about itself. That makes sense. Meaning, like, you can't pluralize my. You don't have multiple minds, but you could have multiple of what you own, right? So I can have, if I have, that's my car, right? That's my car. I can't have multiple of mine. Like, those are my cars. My car. That don't make sense. But if I have multiple cars, I would say those are my cars. So the type 2 suffixes have to do majority on the noun that you are possessing, right? So what is the translation? Is my or me, right? My or me. Now this is first person singular, right? First person singular, right? Now, what's next we have is, let's get wow. Wow. Let me see. Right there. Wow. And should I write that right? Shalakia. All right, I think I'm just gonna go past the. I don't know. I might just okay. So this is your and you. And you. So, and this is second person. Second person masculine, right? So in second person, you're saying this in second person. Why? You, your, or you. All right. It's possessive. You're this, right? You will use why. Give me 1 second. All right. We got double checks on real quick. All right. Salakia. It's saying why. That's why I want to double check. Salakia. It is Ka. All right. All right. Yak. Oh, Salakia. All right. Salakia. All these different ones right here. Okay, that's a Ka, right? Salakia, the Ka, when you go into Syrian, I don't know if y'all can see it. So you see sometimes when you're reading the Syrian, they will have depending on how good your, whatever you're looking at is, a lot of times the Waz will look like the Da, right, would look just like, where is that? The Ra, and also just like the what? Ka. You see that? It look exactly the same. So you got notes, right? Got to double check it. So that is second person singular, right? Type 2 is use. We're gonna break this down later with some examples. We're gonna use horse as an example, right? Yeah. So we're gonna keep this chart up, then we're gonna use examples later, right? So I'm gonna finish this chart. We're gonna go down to it. We're gonna finish this off, then we're gonna use examples to know what type 2 is. I don't want to too much into type 2 unless we have examples so you won't get confused, right? So now what we have next, right? We have the same thing for feminine. So I'm gonna probably skip that. Just write them together, right? All right. I'm just gonna put singular right here, right? And this is gonna matter later. So the reason why you don't see feminine or masculine on these, I took that away because it's the exact same thing for male and female, right? So we're only going to write 2 out when it's different to distinguish the words, right? So now what we have is third person, right? Singular, right? So which is what? We got is also masculine, right? We're going to do his or him, right? His or him, which is what? Wa. How we write wa? All right. And for type 2, it'll be that with a ya. All right, so let's write this. Yeah. All right. And now we got third person singular feminine, right? All right, which is that was wa. So the next one will be ha, right? Now, same thing, right? It'd be ya ha, right? All right, now what is that? This was his and him. So what would that be? Her and her. All right. So basically, like, reason why it's two, because I'm gonna break it down like this. It's her as in it's hers, right? Then we also have what? Her as in it. Right? So same thing with this. His is like that. His and him. It belongs to him. It is his. It is hers. It belongs to her. Right? Same thing. Now we got ours, right? Which is first person plural. So this one is nawa, right? Right. Now we just write that in the what? The Assyrian, right? Now, as you guessed right, we're gonna do again is have the ya for this one as well. So ya, right? And nawa, boom, boom, boom. Then we use the exact same thing we have over here, which is our first person. Our, meaning that when you say it first person, what it means that I'm talking about, say our, that means them and me, right? All right, I think we got about 4 more. The reason why we got 4 more is because of masculine and feminine, right? I have to write this down. So we have second person masculine plural, second person feminine plural. And what you guess next? Third person masculine plural, third person feminine plural. Right? Which is what? Right? That belongs to this and that. Then for masculine plural and feminine plural, is both the translation is your and you, but depending on who's the your and who's the you, that's what we will use if it's masculine or feminine, right? Then we also have their and them, right? Their That's their pen. The pen belongs to them. See? And this one goes right there, right? So second person, masculine plural will be what? So this is your, which is like you all, which will be come, and the female will be con, right? I should have write it. Let's just do it like this. I was saying I should have wrote it, let me see, y'all don't get it. Come and con, right? We're gonna go back and do this here later, right? Third person masculine plural is what? Han, ham, and han, right? So ha, ham, and han. Ham and han. Now, what is it for type 2? You guessed it. It will be ya in front of it, right? I'm just gonna do like this. So ya goes in front of all of them, right? So ya plus, I'm saying plus type 1. Right, better. All right, like this. Type 1 plus ya. That's what you would get for type 2, what you see right here. Only for these. For my, or me, you don't need it. Boom. Right? Now let's write this in. Let's share it real quick. Right? And all right, Salaki for that. Make sure everything's accurate right here because this is the foundation of what we're gonna go into next, right? So if I was to say these out loud, so what is that? This is ya. You and your, what is that? Ka, right? Ka slash, yeah. All right. Takes off the last bit of ka. All right. I didn't use. See how I didn't use the regular. So it's two kas, right? So I'm usually we go over the Hebrew when the first beginning of class. So we break down how each thing's got two things. It's something I forgot to mention, right? But basically, this is yak and not yaka because this is the second letter of ka, right? Ka has two characters. Is this one, and it's also like something like that. If I seen that, I don't know it's yaka. But since it's that, it's yak. So you don't when we're going into these type 2s, you don't pronounce the last thing of it, right? And of course, with some of them, they just don't have it, right? So right here you have his and him. What we have for that, we have what? This is a wa, right? So wa. Now what we have with that is a ya in front of it, right? So you have your wa. Ya. Your Wow. Wow. Her, right? Yaha, same thing, ha. And then you add the ya in front of it. We have our, which is nawa, right? And you add a ya from it. Same thing, you just add a ya. This one, you know, is your ya, your now, your wa, ha, your ha, your nawa, your what we have right here is com, right? So you have com and con for female, for feminine, right? What you would do with that is add the ya in front of it too. And we also have this one, we have ham, right? And han. Yeah, ya in front of it for type 2. So just add ya in front of it for yakam, yakan, yaham, yahan, right? How does it write out? These are going to be short, but you see you at ya plus and that. Salaki. I know it's a big board. I mean, a lot of on here. I'm gonna give you time to write all this out there. Probably like 2 minutes to write this down. But this is very needed for what we're going to next. I know I try to go as slow as possible. That's why sometimes we'll have breaks and let you kind of understand what's going on. But you're going to understand this when you start using the examples. The type 2 is going to make sense. You might, well, why is adding ya? You're going to see why, because I broke it down a little bit in the beginning of the class, but we're going to, give you about 2 minutes to write this, and we're going to go into our next part of the lesson.